Hey everybody, my name's Justin and welcome to the first episode of the Alter Bridge universe, where I'll be reviewing every full-length album ever recorded by a member of Alter Bridge. Today we're starting at the very beginning with Myles Kennedy's first album, Journey, recorded with the band Cosmic Dust. We have got a lot to cover today, so let's get started. Before Myles became the legendary rock vocalist and guitarist that we all know and love today, he got his start as a fusion jazz guitarist for a group called Cosmic Dust in the early 90s. He joined the band after taking classes in jazz studies at a community college and recorded one record in 1991 with the group before moving on to bigger and better things. The record in question, Journey, was well received by critics, and Myles' technical ability on guitar earned him respect with local musicians almost immediately. Myles' guitar work on Journey is very interesting and creative, and though his parts are radically different than Alter Bridge, you can still hear little elements of his Alter Bridge style being foreshadowed in the music. Journey is only 7 tracks, but a whopping 72 minutes long. The shortest song is over 6.5 minutes, and the record averages 10 minutes and 20 seconds per song. It's a significant investment of time to listen to this album from top to bottom, but I honestly never felt fatigued while I was listening to it. For an experimental jazz fusion record, this is a big deal. I studied jazz in college, so I enjoy listening to it every now and then, but even I can only stomach so much before I need a change of pace. Journey had enough variety to keep me on the hook the whole time, but I do wish it had been a little shorter. Some of the songs went on for a long time and felt a little bloated with experimentation and just plain oddness. I got the sense that songs like Journey and Spiritus were weird for the sake of being weird. But to be honest, jazz fusion is not my favorite kind of music, so it could be that I'm just not used to that style of writing. One of my favorite tracks was actually the opening song, Lickin' and a Slickin', which, I'm sorry, has a terrible name. It reminded me of the soundtrack to one of my favorite games from college, Mario Kart 8. It's got high energy jazz funk with bright, overdriven guitars and fast drums. I also enjoyed Rosario, which felt a lot like a movie soundtrack. This was another lengthy song that probably could have been shorter, but its smooth, gradual ebbs and flows made that extreme length a lot more forgivable. One song that I genuinely didn't enjoy was the closing track, Bones for Dog. Again, what's up with the titles? Bones for Dog has a bizarre intro and feels like 2 different songs just smushed together to fit onto the record. It's got this druggy free jazz vibe that I am definitely not a fan of, and its ending felt very sudden and abrupt. It was a weird choice for an outro to an otherwise enjoyable album, and admittedly, it left a pretty bad taste in my mouth after finishing. Moving this track to the middle of the album or just cutting it altogether would have helped this record stick the landing a little better. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by Journey. I expected it to be this garbled mess of experimental 90s jazz, but it actually had a lot of good moments. I won't be listening to it all the time since it's outside my preferred type of music, but I may go back to some of the tracks when I'm in the mood for some energetic jazz funk. It was pretty cool to explore the origins of Myles' guitar playing and hear fragments of his modern day style starting to develop, but I will say that this record is not for everyone. If you like experimental jazz fusion, definitely check it out. But if you're not accustomed to the eccentricities of the genre, be prepared to hear some strange notes and sounds that may be off-putting at first glance. To wrap up, I'm gonna give Journey by Cosmic Dust a 6.4 out of 10. Let me know your favorite song from Journey in the comments down below. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the 1993 album Cure Me with the Groove from Myles' other jazz group, Citizen Swing. But in the meantime, I've created a playlist here so you can watch my reviews for every other album review in this series. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Alter Bridge universe.